Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. I'm looking a little more white than normal. I'm painting hallways, interior hallways, where I have to wear a mask and cover up, and it's just white paint everywhere. My arms are white. Anyway, that's why I look the way I look. I'm just about to go on my lunch break, but I had this pop into my head, so I thought I would do a really quick video. This will just be a few minutes about why do I do what I do? Why do any of us do what we do? Working, obviously you got to feed ourselves. We got to, have somewhere to live. We got to have shelter, the whole 9 yards. That's just the basics of it. I've tried really hard when my kids were growing up to really put it in their heads that the reason we work is so that we can do the things we really enjoy doing in life. Now, if you're blessed enough to have a job that you love and you go to work every day and you're like, this is fantastic, I love it, I feel so blessed to be able to do this, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. I actually do enjoy my work, but I do not enjoy being on the road. I've been traveling now for pushing 40 years, 200 and some days a year, over 8,000 nights in hotels. It's a big part of my life. I do not like that part. Never intended to really do that. It just kind of happened, and I just kind of fell into it. When I graduated from college and found out how much they were going to pay me, I was like, geez. And next thing I know, I'm working for a company out of California that had properties all over the country. So that's kind of how it happened. But I'm not saying this out of bitterness. I actually feel very blessed to do the work I do. They pay me fairly well. I'm not a rich guy by any means, but I got a decent house and a couple nice cars and trucks. We're truck people. In a couple weeks here, we're heading on the road with a bunch of friends. I don't even know how many couples are going, but there's quite a few of us taking our fifth wheels and heading down south in Utah. We're gonna go ride, and it's my heaven. I get out in the wilderness with my wife and my buddies. It used to be my kids all the time too, but they're all grown. They do their own thing now. Once in a while they'll come along, and I love it when they do. But that's just heaven to me. Last 4th of July, we went out down to kind of central Utah and went riding up in the mountains, and it was just, it's just amazing. It's hard to describe how amazing it is, and that's why we do what we do. And I think most of you would probably agree with me that you're not necessarily doing a job because you love it. Like I said, if you have that in your life, feel very blessed. But I've tried really hard. I had one of my kids that really just had a hard time grasping that concept. I'm like, you don't have to love your job. The people that you work for don't have to love you. What they do have to do is pay you for what you're doing and at least treat you with some respect. That doesn't mean they're going to be your best friend or praise you or tell you what a great job you're doing. If you get any of that, that's just a bonus. Now, I work for myself. I own my own company. I obviously have people I work for, the people that own the properties, but I don't interact a whole lot with them. Most of them I've done so much work for that they just send me somewhere. They know I'm going to do the job properly. If I screw something up, I'm going to fix it. But I'd like to hear your opinions on that, as far as why we work. There's talk, and I mentioned this in my video yesterday, about AI eventually taking over and nobody's going to have to work. I don't think that's a good thing for society. I think a purposeless society is a dead society. I just can't see it working. When I retire here in the next 1 to 3 years, I will still be doing some sort of side hustle as long as I can. My dad's like that. He's 83. He's always working on some side hustle, and he's just always doing something. And that'll be me. I want to golf a lot more. I want to fish more. I want to ride more. I want to camp more. All the things I love doing, I'm going to do a lot more of. Just hanging out with my wife, hanging out with my kids, hanging out with my friends and my grandkids and all that. That's why I do this. That's why I'm on the road as much as I am. You know, sometimes I think I wish I'd have made different decisions. Maybe I should have gone for my PhD. Maybe I should have gone to medical school. But I'm not a dude that likes to sit and look back and regret things too much. You know, sometimes it creeps in your head, but I don't think it's good for your soul. So I really do try to keep that out of my head. So I really try to just maintain a positive attitude and just put good out in the world. I'm not perfect by any means, and sometimes I screw up. But yeah, it's something I try really hard, is just to be the type of person I would want to interact with. And so yeah, anyway, this will be a shorter video. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing and your comments. And it's kind of just fun watching this little community build. And I see a lot of the same people commenting, and I really appreciate it. It's very cool. You feel like you start to know people a little bit, as much as you can, you know, online. It's not the same, obviously, but you do start to feel, you get a feel for what people are like, which way they lean personally, all kinds of ways. So I'm enjoying getting to know some of you a little bit. So I hope you all have a beautiful day. I am going to go grab some lunch, and then it's back to the grind. But the grind is for a purpose. Tack för denna gång. Vi snackas igen snart. Peace. Love.